Because of this cold, the condition of the dog becomes worse in some way. If the limb is stiff at times, it means that it is stiff and not loose. Sometimes it can be a symptom of a condition like arthritis, especially arthritis. The dangerous thing about disease conditions like arthritis is that it gets worse with time. It is important to understand this condition and refer it for treatment when it shows minor symptoms. Hello and welcome to the Care Track channel. This is an important matter for you, especially those who are raising dogs today. That is arthritis in dogs. So today I hope to talk specifically about arthritis. The weather is cold these days. Therefore, due to this cold, the condition of dogs with arthritis becomes worse. Otherwise, especially, the symptoms will start to show more. That's why I thought to talk about this. If your dog has these symptoms, you may suspect arthritis. The main reason for that is that if we have a joint problem, if we have arthritis, if we have a little pain, we can tell someone. Or we are going to get treatment ourselves. But the situation with dogs is that the dog cannot tell them that. Understanding arthritis in dogs. It should be mentioned that a joint is a place where two bones connect. Then the two bones are separated from each other by the structures of this joint. Then, if you take the surface of the bone normally, the bone is covered with cartilage. The two bones in the joint are covered with cartilage and there is fluid inside. That is why it works as a cushion. But when you have arthritis, the special thing is that the previously mentioned cartilage has been destroyed in some way or has melted. The fluid that I mentioned earlier is sometimes reduced. That is why the two bones that make up that joint start to rub together in a way. Then this is a painful situation. As I said earlier, cartilage covers the part that forms the joint of the bone. But if you take care of this first, you can prevent the cartilage from completely dissolving. In this regard, it is very important to refer to veterinary treatment and follow the instructions given correctly. It has the ability to protect your dog's joints in some way. Symptoms of dog arthritis. Usually, you have seen this too. There are some dogs who are sleeping on the floor or sitting and can't get up at once. And if your dog has this symptom, it can be a symptom of arthritis. And if you have an upper floor in your house or if you have a dog that climbs stairs, if the dog has a condition that makes it difficult to climb these days, it can really be a symptom of arthritis. And now, in addition to that, if you have arthritis for a long time, for example, if a dog has arthritis in the right leg, if it is for a long time, the muscle mass of that leg will decrease compared to the left leg. That is why that leg will become thinner and look smaller. There are some dogs that sometimes scream and squirm. When you touch them, they squirm. Sometimes if their limbs are stiff, that means they are stiff without being relaxed. It can also be a symptom of the disease. Especially these days, when the weather is cold, such symptoms, if your dog is showing symptoms, it is very important to take him to a veterinarian for treatment. Importance of early detection. The danger of arthritis is that it gets worse with time. Especially the structures in the joint may change. The structures may be destroyed. If they are destroyed, they will not be able to recover. It is very important to understand this condition and refer for treatment when the symptoms are shown. Treatment options. If this is not treated for a long time, the muscle mass of the leg will decrease. The tissue that protects the joint, supporting tissues, will weaken in some way. If it becomes weak like that, gradually the joint becomes unable to recover. In this case, we give painkillers and anti-inflammatory drugs are often given. Anti-inflammatory drugs reduce pain on one side, thereby increasing the ability to use the leg. To reduce pain, reduce inflammation, and, if taken in addition, vitamins are given to protect the cartilage. Apart from that, there are things you can do at home. For example, as mentioned earlier, the joints become stiff because of the cold. Because of that, there are lights that touch the arthritis itself to warm the joint. You can warm the joint by holding it in a certain way. If you can't find those lights, or you can hold a hairdryer at a certain distance and warm the back. It can reduce back or joint stiffness and alleviate the symptoms in some way. Similarly, if this is due to dry weather conditions, if the dog has arthritis, you can let the dog swim. This will not put a burden on the joint. When walking, the joint will be burdened and the function of the joint will increase. This is basically what I wanted to talk about. If you have a dog showing these weaknesses, you need to take it to a vet as soon as possible. You need to get basic treatment. You need to manage this situation at home. Don't let your dog suffer in silence. Stay informed, be vigilant, and ensure your canine companion lives their happiest, healthiest life. If you found this information valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to CareTrack, and hit the notification bell. Together, let's make sure every tail keeps wagging.